Hi, typography and layout. How you guys doing? Welcome to week 2. Okay, so week 1 is in the books, so to speak, and let's go. Let's talk about week 1 a little bit. I just want to jump back there. Let's go right back here. And I won't take very much of your time at all, I promise. But anyways, week 1. Okay, so we had the grids, the presentation with grids, and a lot of students I talked about in your comments to your sketches, I talked about moving forward, think about applying what you've learned in this presentation with the grids. And if you haven't looked at this video right here, I highly recommend that you're missing an enormous amount of information. This grids presentation right here is excellent, but this video right here is kind of puts it all together. So be sure, please be sure to view that. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So yes, the grids. Okay. So let's go back to activities and seem to be moving a little bit slowly this morning. Grids, and then we had the 2-page magazine spread. Okay, and I want to talk about that just one second. Then we had the critique. Now the critique is, I put my critique in the critique board. Okay, so I'm not real sure if I'm going to do it this week. I'll have to play it by ear to see how this is going with 2 projects. But typically what I do is I'll put my critique right in here. So you guys, submit here first. Submit to the critique board first, because I might make some comments that could possibly improve your grade by a letter grade. And if I see a critical error and you submit, let's say later on in the week, let's say you wait till Saturday or Sunday to submit your project, then you would submit it here. You wouldn't give yourself time to edit the work based on any critique comment. So my suggestion is to submit to critique board very, very early in the week. That way you'll be ensured to have ample time to create the adjustments that may have been mentioned in your critique, and submit by Sunday for your amended submission, which would reflect the amended grade, so to speak. Okay, so please keep that in mind. Now, back to week 1, 2-page magazine spread. This I thought was interesting. Now, I want to show you guys something, because I want to show you... talking about this 2-page magazine spread, I want to walk in and out. We're going to be doing some sketches for our next assignment this week. So I want to talk about this magazine, the sketches. All right. Now, one thing I want to mention to you is when you are sketching for and a lot of you got comments here in my video critiques, but this sketch would be great. And now, what I need you guys to do is show intent with the body copy. Okay. In other words, take a straight edge and show me. A lot of you are just putting horizontal lines to show where the type goes. But I would need you to show me indents, rags. So in other words, if this is a justified type, it would be, those lines would all be equal, right? Since this is indicating left aligned, rag right, we can see that these are left aligned, but they're showing the indents, but then you can clearly see the rags. Okay, now you can clearly see that this is a call out, so to speak, and this is indicated differently too. So that's what I need you to do. Don't just show me placeholder, show me intent. So by the time you go from your sketch to your actual layout, we will see this transition from your intent of showing, let's say, left aligned, right rag type blocks. And then we will see that in your actual mockup. Okay, that's pretty important. Back to my announcement. Geez, I got all these windows open, guys. I'm sorry. Can't even find it anymore. Okay, sorry. So, okay, let's just go back here to announcements. Okay, so this week, welcome to week 2. Just go through the announcement. Talk a little bit about week 1 by the end of week 1. So this gives out like a little brief recap of week one, what you should know, what you should be having, really have confidence in yourself moving forward. Now we have critique again this week, and then here we have everything that was due during week 2. Okay, I have broken it down for you, so I'm giving you really good little details for each of these assignments. Okay, now what I wanted to talk about is this, like this. If I were to diagram this right here, I would definitely diagram, my sketch, the circles, because that's a pretty big part of the concept. I would sketch out this sans serif typeface and show these relationships, spatial relationships. I would sketch out that little subhead and that subhead. And then the body copy, I would make these lines. Now this is justified type, so these lines for your body copy are going to be equal distant. But what you would do here is show the word wrap, okay, and then show the end of the paragraph so that we can see that the new paragraphs are started with an indent and not a space between, okay? And that's how you would show intent there. Okay, oh man, this is really running so slowly this morning. I'm so sorry about this. Okay, there we go. Now back to week 2 activities. Presentation art of typography. This is pretty cool because there is a awesome. Well, I'm not going to wait here because I don't want to take your guys' time too much. And this type of mania, I want you guys to watch this. It's an old video, but it's really super, super interesting. Eric Speicher is a fabulous world-class typographer that will go down in history. And we'll be reading about this man in the history books. Actually, we already are. So then look at your logo types and branding presentations. And please look at these presentations. Okay, back to our activities. Want to draw your attention to this right here. Okay, we've got 2 assignments basically this week. You've got Project 1, Magazine Design Spread. And as we go to Magazine Design Spread, you'll be continuing work on that. And then we're also introducing this new pamphlet project. So please, you've got 2 projects this week, guys. So please plan accordingly. Then you've got 2 discussions too. You've got this weekly art series with Hillman Curtis. And this just entails watching a video or 2 videos and answering giving some feedback on your thoughts and reactions based on those videos. And then, of course, we have our critique for Project 1 and 2. So a lot to do this week, folks. Okay, that's all I have. I'm not going to take up any more of your time, and I'm sorry I took so long here. But anyways, a lot to do this week, so I just wanted to make sure I covered everything, okay? As usual, if there are any questions or if I can clarify anything, hopefully after week 1, you guys have the trust in me to know that I'm really good at getting back to you, and I'm really good about trying to get things really super clear for you because, I want you guys to succeed. So, all right, there you have it. Any questions, give me a holler. Thanks, guys. See you in discussion board.